Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are at campaign turn 3 and this is part 2, so this will be the battle and also the resolution stage or the post-battle stage. Before we continue, please take a moment to like and subscribe. The buttons are down below. I would really appreciate that. And like I said, before we start the battle, I'm just going to do a quick jerky video, sort of giving a little bit of an introduction to what we're doing today. So, like I say, we are doing the campaign turn 3 battle. I have my roster sheet ready. I have my minis ready, which I'm not focusing for some reason. There we go. So my group is ready. I'll rotate the stairs and put them onto the dungeon in a second. Speaking of which, the dungeon is ready, or the treasure site is ready. So I'm using the Lair of the Dragon God from World War Games for the dungeon here. Over at the back, we have our enemies for today. We have all these giant rats. I mean, I just printed up a bunch of rat swarms from Thingiverse, and they're going to do, so each base counts as a giant rat. Over here, we have a little bit different sculpture. There's a load of rats on top of a box. That will count as the leader, the sergeant. I did print 15. I rolled up the maximum of 12 for my enemy, but I think in the game there is a chance that others can join by doing certain things, so we shall see. Hopefully 15's enough. God, I hope this 15 is enough. What else? I have also prepared a little encounter sheet, because in 5 parsecs you actually get an encounter sheet as one of the sort of forms that you fill out. You have the world sheet, you have the encounter sheet, you have the crew sheet, etc. But in 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, you don't actually have an encounter sheet, so I had to kind of do my own as a quick reference. So we have here the details of the enemy, the details for the leader so that I don't forget, although I'll probably still forget. Special rules for the enemy, crawling and slippery. A quick little note box of my warband's agility values. Again, I'm not sure why Ivan didn't use the same thing as 5 parsecs and just call it reactions. I don't know. A few little rules about enemy morale, again, just so I don't forget for the first couple of battles. A little note here for myself in terms of markers and tokens that I'm going to be using. These are tokens from one-page rules. You can get them from a number of one-page rules products. Just print them out, stick them on a little bit of card or mat board or art board. So these will be my counters and tokens, which are here. Okay, so for the exploration markers, again, sorry about the jerky video, I'm doing this by hand. The exploration markers, it does actually say in the rules that they should be numbered so you can reference them. Well, the thing is that the ones that are numbered on the one-page rules only go up to 6. So you see here 6, and over here is 5, and everything else. So there's 6 of them. But again, in the game, there could be additional exploration markers. So for that, I'll be using that sort of hatched yellow and black one to represent any extras that I might have. On the back of this form, I did also just put a few extra notes and stuff from the book, again, to help me kind of, just as a quick reference. What else do we have? I did just print out the site battle rules, again, just as a quick reference, because this is going to be my first actual battle in the game. And you know me, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I forget a lot, so I'm trying to do as much as I can so that I don't forget anything, and if I've got a question, everything's to hand quickly. Right, what else do I need to show you? Over here I have a D20, which is a turn marker. I think normally for the game you don't actually need to keep track of the turns, but this is more for my video editing to help me reference what goes where and which pictures go where. So I'll be keeping track of the turns here. Again, I've been known to forget to turn this. But yeah, right, so what do we have? I've got plenty of dice ready. These are going to represent the patrols and where they're heading to. We've placed the exploration markers. There's number 1 here, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. So I've tried to basically do them all around the board. Sorry, focus isn't very good on this. I seem to have a lot of trouble with focusing on cameras. Maybe I need to get a proper camera. But yeah, this is what we have. I also have my trusty boards at the back that I also used to use with 5 parsecs and pretty much every other game to have the quick reference sheets just sticking up there so I can see them. They're not necessarily going to be on camera, but they're there for my reference. Also at the back here, I do have some markers and tokens for things like traps and pools of yuckiness and whatever, just in case I need them. So I think that is everything. I think we can actually begin the game. So join me in a couple of seconds and we will start the battle. All right, before we roll up our first move to see if there's anything special about the dungeon, I actually put down the enemies first. You have to roll randomly to see which of the exploration markers they are nearby. So this is what we rolled. So we have one group of 3 rats at point 2, point 3, point 4, and point 6. Now point 6 could be a problem because they're fairly close to me. The others are a little bit over the other side of the board, which is good. But these ones could be a little bit of a problem. Now let's see where they are patrolling to, which objective or which exploration marker they're actually going to move to. So again, I'm going to use these blue dice just to kind of keep a note of where they're going. So let us start with the group over there near marker 4. They are going to be heading and patrolling towards number 1, which is right over here. So these guys are going to be coming all the way down to there. And while they're doing all this, they are unaware. So they won't move to attack me. They won't be affected by morale rolls. Right, let's now take a look at the guys who are by marker 3. And they are going to be patrolling to number 6. Okay, that's a problem. They're going to be coming all the way down here. Focus down here to this marker there. That could be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so marker 6. Now, we go to the guys at marker 2. They are going to be patrolling towards number 3. Okay, that's going to be a real quick one. They're just going from here over to here. So let's put that there, number 3. And the last group, the guys who could be a problem, number 6, well, I could get lucky and have them roll a 5, maybe. But otherwise, they're going to come right out here and bump into us. So let's see what the dice gives us. We get a 4. So these guys are going to have a long journey all the way over here, all the way right over there. They're going to get there because they're going to come all the way here, see us, and go chitter, chitter, chitter. That's a really bad impression of a rat sound. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Right, so that are the patrols and the enemy positions put down. Like I say, there could be more enemies added later depending on what happens at the markers. So, right, the next step is to roll the first move to see if there's anything special that happens. So for this, we will go back to, or we'll go to the main camera rather than this jerky me holding the camera and doing it. Right, so let's transfer to the main camera and we'll do that first move roll. Right, guys, we are about to start the battle. I am trying a slightly different, well, not slightly different, a very different camera angle for this one. We'll see how it goes. I do apologize if it's not as good as the top down. I thought something like this might benefit from a more side angle for the camera. Also, again, because I don't have a proper microphone or expensive microphone. I don't know how the sound is going to be on this. Again, normally the camera's above the battleground, so I normally get like a 360-degree microphone, but for this one I'm going to be slightly to the right all the time, so I'm not sure whether the sound is going to be balanced between the left and right speakers. But again, I apologize in advance. We'll see what we do. It's a test. It's a test. If this really doesn't work out, then I'll do the next battle top down, like I used to do with my 5 parsecs. Right, let us start. We are going to be doing step 3, which is the first move. We're rolling on this table to basically see if there's anything special about this site, or this treasure site. So what we have to do is we have to move one guy, a normal move, and then we have to roll and see what happens. So in a site battle, your party basically get a -1 to their move. The rats don't, because they have the slippery rule. So all of my guys have a basic speed of 4, so everyone's going to be moving at 3, which is going to make it very slow and ponderous. Also, within a site battle, they can't dash. So this is actually going to be a very slow game. Now, if there are going to be turns where nothing happens, where I'm just literally moving and the rats are moving, I may just edit that out, because it's going to be pretty boring to watch. So what we're going to do is we are going to move, let us move, and again I've got to use the names, Holland, one of my followers. So they can move 3 inches, so she will move to there. Right, so she's behind the box there. So now we have to roll to see the first move. Right, we are rolling first move. I'm going to be rolling percentage dice, white first. And we get 0-1. What's 0-1? 0-1, just another day on the job. The place smells of danger, but then everything tends to. No special adjustments take place. Okay, so there's no special rules for the first move, which is good. I like that. So nothing special for the first move, luckily. I mean, we could have had skeletons, we could have had more enemies, we could have had a bloody unique foe. That would have been the death of me, probably. All right. Okay, so the objective of a site battle is basically to explore a minimum of 3 markers. These are the markers. When we get within 3 inches and line of sight of a marker, we reveal it, and it can be all kinds of nasty stuff. I want to hold the field if possible, which means I've got to get rid of all the enemies. If I do that, again, according to the treasure site, I get 3 extra loot finds. Which is good, which is freaking good, I want that. Right, so we want to try and hold the field if possible. Now, from reading the rules and also from watching, again, other guys' videos, which are awesome, by the way, watch them after mine, this game can be nasty, especially when you're starting out. So whether I can take out 12 rats, I don't know. These are supposed to be the easiest enemies to start with. But we will see, we will see. Right, so I have all my notes here to help me remember what the hell I'm doing. Bonk. Right, so awareness. So all the rats at the moment are patrolling, they are unaware of my presence. They become aware if within 8 inches in line of sight of my guys. If within 2 inches of aware figures, if they get within 2 inches of an aware group, they become aware as well. If within 6 inches of a melee, regardless of sight, or within 2 inches of an exploration marker that's already been explored and revealed. Well, I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to become aware pretty soon, as they come through the bloody door. Now, there are 2 things that I also need to say. In terms of doors, normally for warband and for enemies, normally it costs 1 point of movement to open the door. For the rats, what I'm saying is that they know sort of holes and cracks to actually go through and go under the door. So for the rats, I'm not actually going to, for the rats, I think I'll still keep the the 1 inch penalty in terms of going through the holes or squeezing under the doors, but the doors will not be open or closed, they'll just move through them. The other thing that I'm a little bit worried about is the limited ammunition roll. For a lot of missile weapons, it has limited ammo, bolts or arrows. I roll a lot of ones. I've got a feeling that missile weapons from my warband are going to be a waste of time, because I'm going to be able to get one shot off, and then the next roll, I'm going to roll a 1, I'm going to run out of ammo every freaking time. I know it. I know it's coming. If this is the case, okay, if it's the case where I seem to run out of ammo every time, I will probably introduce a house rule to get rid of that. It's just, I don't know. In my, again, this is just my personal opinion. Somebody wouldn't come to a battle with 1 or 2 arrows. They would have a quiver full. Yeah? And I know that the dice roll and the attack represents maybe not just 1 arrow, but I'm kind of thinking that it does. In terms of the time period, in terms of what an action represents, I'm thinking it represents 1 arrow. And like I say, people wouldn't come to a battle, unprepared with just 1 or 2 arrows in their quiver. So I think for the first game, for this battle here, I will use the limited ammo rule. But I'm thinking that after this, I will just use a house rule that just gets rid of that. Yeah, just to make the game a little bit more interesting. And again, that would also apply to enemies with bows as well. Yeah, they wouldn't run out of ammo as well. That's just makes more sense to me. But the rules say limited ammo is the way to go. You follow the rules if you want. But I think, like I say, in this game I'll follow the rules. But after this, I think I'm going to introduce my house rule. Right, now, the game basically plays like normal. There are some special rules like cramped conditions. You can't run. You can only shoot within 8 inches. Retreating, I have to go off the... There's only 1 entrance to the dungeon. So this is where I have to retreat if I want to retreat. So yeah, and these guys are crawling and slippery, which means they can dash. They also ignore the bloody movement penalty. Oh dear, oh dear. No, it's not so good. All right, let us begin. So to begin with, we are going to be rolling for activation. So to do that, we're rolling 1 dice per warband member. If it's equal to or less than their agility, they will go in the fast phase. Then the enemy goes, and then we have the slow phase, which is everybody else. Now, again, I can't recall whether I read it in the rules, but I'm going to say that if they're in the fast phase, they can elect to wait until the slow phase if they want to. We are going to roll for initiative now. Let's go. And that's crap. I mean, normally I roll a lot of 1s, but the game trolls me. I've got a feeling that these games have some kind of innate intelligence, some kind of demonic intelligence. And they know when I want to roll 1s, right, I've only got 1 guy with an agility of 2, and that is Kend, my Duskling. So I have to assign that to him if I want him to go in the fast phase. So he will go in the fast phase. Everybody else is in the slow phase. Now normally I would put a dice next to every figure to represent whether they're slow or fast, but if everybody's going slow, it doesn't bloody matter, does it? Right, so fast phase, again, he can only move 3 inches, so I'm going to move him. Okay, so he can get to the pillar there. So Ken moves to the pillar, maybe just out of sight so they can't see him. Right. So 1 for that group and 1 for him. Her, sorry. Alright, so that's the fast phase all done. That was easy, wasn't it? Now we have to move the rats. So again, they all are patrolling, they're all unaware, so they're moving towards these markers here. We've got to start with the ones nearest to my edge. So we've got to start with this group here. So they are going towards 4, which is over there. So they're going to have to go all the way through the dungeon. So they're moving, they're unaware, so they're moving again. I'm thinking patrols don't dash, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking that they're not going to dash. until they see me, of course, because they're only patrolling, they're not running for their lives or anything. So their move is 6. So going through the door would only be 5. I mean, that makes them a little bit slower, I suppose. This guy can't get there just yet. Okay, so these are going for 4. Right, next is this group here. These are going towards 3. Excuse me, while I move around the camera. So these guys are going to go towards 3, so let's go this way. These guys are going to come this way, so get these guys to go that way. So they're going to be moving at 5. So this guy gets to there. This guy gets to there. This guy gets there. They're going towards 3. These guys are going towards 6, which is over there. So, and these aren't going through a door. Oh, they're going through a door, aren't they? So they can get a little bit further. Not 5, they're moving at 6. Okay, so these guys are here. Oops. And this one. So these are going for 6. Just do it so they're all within basically 1 inch of each other. And then we have the last group, which is by the treasure hoard, because this is a treasure site. So we have our treasure hoard here. So these are going to be going over to there. So again, they're not going through any doors, so they can move at 6. And this is the group that has the sergeant, the little leader, the boss rat. And they're going towards 1. Right. Now, are these guys aware? They can't actually see me. The pillar is actually blocking the way. But as soon as I move these guys, they're probably going to see me through the gap here. So next turn, these guys are going to become aware, which is not a good thing, which means they can run at 10. Ooh, bugger. All right, I don't want them to... Again, they can't dash into combat, can they? All right, so I'm going to get at least 1 turn of shooting. So Odo, my halfling, is going to move, again, I can only move 3 inches. He's going to move to there so you can get a shot. Because again, you can only shoot within 8 inches, so you can't actually shoot now anyway. And if you're shooting, you can only move half range. So you can only move half distance anyway. Do I want to be that close? I'll get back a little bit. Alright, she will, actually, can she get a shot? No, not close enough. 3 inches, she can get to there. And these 3 odds will just go down the stairs. So there. Right, they've now been spotted by these little squeakers. So these guys will become aware, forget their patrol, and just attack. But like I said, you can't dash into combat, so that's one blessing. I should be able to get off. I've only got 2 guys with missile weapons as per the per the crew creation or warband creation. I mean, I could have bought another missile weapon in the last turn. Maybe I should have done that. But yeah, Odo and Holan are both armed with self bows. So I should be able to get 1 shot off before melee. Alright. And I think that is the end of the turn. Now we have to look at the, is it called the tracking phase? Tracking phase, end of round, morale, nope. So there's no morale because nobody's died. Or no rats have died. Okay, so now that is the first turn done. We move to turn 2. And again, guys, if I'm forgetting everything, or forgetting anything, I will try to put up a note. I will put a note at the top here during the edit, or maybe down the bottom here. Maybe the bottom here will be a better place to put notes. But I will try to catch as many mistakes as possible. But if you see anything that I'm missing, please let me know, yeah? So, round 2, we are rolling for initiative again, or activation, whatever it's called. And we are useless again. Only Ken can go first. Now, I don't think I want Ken to go in the fast phase. There's absolutely no point whatsoever. So I'm just going to give the 2 to somebody else. That way, they are all slow phase. So I don't need to put a dice next to everybody if they're all going slow. This is the problem. When you first start 5 leagues or 5 parsecs, your guys really are crap. Especially in terms of agility. I've got one guy who got an agility upgrade. That's it. Right, so we're going in the slow phase, which means the enemy turn. These guys do see us, so we're now in line of sight. So they are no longer unaware. They are now aware, and they will act as per usual enemies. Squeak, squeak, kill the buggers in our home, squeak, squeak. Now, they can dash, but they cannot dash into combat as per the rules. So, and again, melee enemies will try to stay in cover as much as possible or go towards it. I mean, these are animals, they're going to know no freaking difference, aren't they? So they can actually dash 4, so they can move 10, Jesus Christ. Right now, 10 would actually put this guy extremely close. Wow, okay, that's not good. 10 would actually put in contact with Odo, but they can't do that. So this rat would actually just stop short, because you can't dash into melee. And this guy's going through the door crack thingy with Jiggy Bobby. So he's going to run at 9, which will bring him about there. We could be in trouble. Alright, the other groups. We're going to start with the ones closest to us, which are those. Then we have the next one, which is closest to our edge, which will be these guys. They're moving towards 3, which is there. So 6 inches, they reach this objective, or this marker. And I have to re-roll the dice. So now, after this, they're going to patrol towards number 4. So it looks like these guys aren't going to be a problem for a while, because now they're going to be going this way to that objective. I think also in the rules it says that when groups come within 1 inch, they kind of group together. I don't know whether I'm going to do that, to be honest. I don't know whether that kind of makes any sense or not. But we'll see. Okay, so these guys are going towards 6, which is over there, so they're going to be going this way. So, again, there's no doors, so they'll be moving at 6. Again, there's no panic for these guys, there's no enemies or anything, so I'm not going to do dashing for these guys. And then these ones are heading towards over there, so they will move here, and they're heading towards number 1. Now it is the slow phase, and we can whack them, hopefully. Now, I've got 2 guys who can do ranged. Ranged is going to be safer than melee because they don't hit back. So we'll do Holland first. He's going to shoot at this group of rats here. So within 6 inches and in the open is a 3+ to hit. Didn't move, so they can add their combat bonus. Unfortunately, the combat bonus for both my archers is 0. So it is simply just a 3+ to hit. You see what I mean about limited ammunition? See what I mean about me rolling frickin' 1s? Now, the rules actually say that with limited ammunition, if it's your first shot of the game, it doesn't count. Wow, what's the betting on the next one? I roll a 1 as well. No, I'm seriously thinking that limited ammo, I'm probably just going to house rule it out. Okay, so she fluffs the shot. Next we have Odo, he's going to do the same thing. Within 6 inches in the open is a 3+, doesn't have a combat modifier, stays still so he could use his modifier, he doesn't have. We do not get combat bonus in range combat, so he needs a 3+ to hit. Wow, Odo hits. Now we have to overcome armor and toughness, we have to roll to hit. And again, those are a little bit far away, so I've made it a little bit closer here. Okay, so rolling to hit. So we've got to overcome armor first. Now the rats have 0 armor and 3 toughness. So if the armor is 0, we don't have to bother with it. Toughness, d6 roll. If it's a 1, they're stunned. On a 2 to 6, we add any overcome toughness. Now, the self bow doesn't have any modifiers. It's a 0/0 weapon. So we're just rolling. Okay, so we're rolling, and we get a 4. There is no modifier because my weapon has a +0 for toughness. If it's higher than the target's toughness, they become a casualty and removed from the game. So these guys have a toughness of 3. So I roll a 4. The rat goes down. First blood goes to Odo. Now, I don't know whether, like in 5 parsecs, the guy who gets the first kill normally gets more XP. I don't know. I can't remember if that's the case with 5 leagues. So I'll just make a note here. First kill is Odo. Right. Really nice model. This is from Heresy Miniatures if you're interested. The Odo figure. Right, so 1 rat down. So we have activated Holan and Odo. I'll just put the markers here so I can see. I don't know whether is this on camera. I don't know whether that's on camera. Yes, it is on camera. Okay. All right, so these guys have both gone. I've now got the other 4 guys in terms of melee. Now, you can't move through other figures, so I've got to think in terms of moving and doing guys first so they don't block the path. So we're going to do Kend first. Now, Kend is a Duskling, so he does have the, what's it called? The Brute Charge, where he can re-roll the dice in the first exchange. So Kend, I'm going to activate Kend first. Again, has he got, he's going to move 3 inches, can't he? Yep, okay. So Kend is going to move in, actually, can he move around? Yeah, he can get to the side. So Kend is going to move to there. So that will leave space for somebody else. Oops. That will leave space for somebody else to come and join in if they want to. Now, because he's far away from the other guys, he doesn't get combat bonus this turn, but he does have the ability to reroll. So, combat skill, 0. Wow. He does have a Warhammer, which is pretty useless in this combat. Warhammers give a +1 versus armor, so it's absolutely useless in this. He does have light armor himself. The rats don't have any. Right. So for melee, we are rolling opposed dice. So both combatants roll a dice. They add their combat skill. They add any combat bonus they may have from having a close ally or from fighting somebody who's stunned. And whoever gets highest kind of wins the exchange. Now, at the moment, Kend is attacking. So if he wins, he will deal a hit. If the rats win, then the initiative goes to the rats, and the rats become the attacker in the next phase. Sorry, the next exchange. Melee comprises of 3 exchanges, and this is why, if you'll notice, I've given myself 3 sets of dice. Again, this is so I can remember how many exchanges I've done. Because when I get excited, I kind of forget where I am. I'm old. Right, so the first exchange, there are no modifiers, but Kend can re-roll the dice if he needs to. So red will be the enemy, black will be us. Son of a bitch, I'm going to re-roll. Yeah! Alright, the re-roll helped. Well done. Thank God for that. Right, so he hits on the first exchange. Now, again, there's no armor, so we're resolving the hit. We have to overcome the toughness. There are no modifiers, like I say, so we're just rolling normally. We get a 6, which overcomes his armor. Sorry, overcomes his toughness. And he's dead! He's dead! I hope I'm doing this right. Oh, also, mustn't forget the blood. You can't really see the blood very well on these dungeon tiles, but it's there. Right, so Ken takes care of that. Again, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments. I will try to edit in any mistakes that I find. I'll put a little note up. But I think I'm doing this correct. Like I say, it's my first actual battle. So, all right, so that's that done. There's one rat left for the moment. I've got 3 guys left now. Who do I want to move in? Let's do Abel first, so he can get around to the back here. Again, we're going to have 3 exchanges maximum. Now, Abel has a combat of 0. But he does have a bastard sword. Bastard sword. Where are you? Bastard sword. Where are you? Bastard sword. Bastard sword. Okay. +1 versus the toughness roll. Oh, that's useful. That's really useful for against rats. Okay. So Ken has gone. Right, now it is Abel, so no combat modifier, but he will get a bonus if he hits. He is getting a combat bonus because he's within 1 inch of an ally, so he's getting a +1 to the roll. So yeah, let's go. First exchange, I'm the attacker. Oh, that's lucky. That combat bonus allowed me to win, otherwise it would have been a draw. So with the combat bonus, this becomes a 3, so we win. We now roll to see if I hit. I'm getting a +1 to the roll to hit. And a 1. If the D6 roll is a natural 1, the target is stunned. Well, I mean, we did hit, so we stay as the attacker for the second exchange. We win again, 7-2. +1 for the toughness roll. So his toughness is 3. Now normally that would be a draw, and that would mean that they are wounded and stunned, but with the +1 from the bastard sword, this now becomes a 4. And the little bastard goes down. Nice. So you've taken out the first group. We've taken out the first group already. Now, because these other groups of enemies, these other groups of rats are unaware, they will not be affected by any morale checks. Normally, at the end of the round, you have the tracking phase where you'd have to roll morale. In this case, I would be rolling 3d6. If any of them are 1s and 2s, then other members or other enemies will run away. But unaware enemies, such as these guys, don't count. They don't get affected by morale checks. So, my little 3 rats here just died.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Now, I still have Bertio, this guy here, with the shield, and Tim. Some call me Tim. They haven't been yet, so what they're going to do is okay, we've got 2 markers down here. We've got all the rats over there, so I'm thinking we're going to come over here, check out these markers. These guys are going to be coming around here eventually, but I think we'll come down here first and do some exploring. Now, I have to kill the rats. That is the purpose of this, but if I can find some nice stuff to help me, all the better. So we are going to move Tim first. Tim the Sorcerer, or Tim the, what is he? Aspiring Scholar, I think I rolled up. So he's going to move to there, bonk. And then Bertio will move to there. And that's all of them done. So we are now at a new turn. This is turn 5. Again, I might edit out some of these turns if nothing's bloody happening. Initiative. Let's see. Nothing. Kend can go, but nobody else. Alright, so we'll activate Kend. To do the door takes 1 inch of movement, so he can only move 2 inches, which gets him just to the other side of the door. He's got to be within 3 inches. He's not. I mean, he can get over a little bit, but again, I don't think it's, again, you can't see him, there he is. He's not within 3 inches of the marker, so we can't actually activate the marker and see what it is yet. Alright, so Ken is gone. Now is the rats. Let's see what the rats do. They come through the door and squeak, squeak, we found you bastards. What you doing in our lair? Squeak, squeak. Right, so going through the door, they can go at 5, so that would be here, here, and here. They become aware. We lose the patrol dice because they see us now. But they can't doing nothing yet. Right, the other rats over here, they're going towards objective marker, or exploration marker 1, so they're going through the door, they can get to there. 1, 2, and 3. I just got to keep these guys separated so I don't get 6 attacking me at the same time. These guys are going towards 1 as well, so these guys are going to move there. Backwards and forwards, patrolling rats. Squeak, squeak. Right, slow phase. Do I want to... Again, I can only shoot 8 inches, so I can't shoot. I can't even move and shoot. They can dash next turn. I think... Do I want to fight in a cramped corridor like this? Not really, do I? So I think I'll bring the archer. I want to get a shot, so I'll bring her there. Odo, I'll bring there. These guys, I'll bring there. There. And I think he may need some support when he does the marker, so Tim will just go there. Alright, that is everybody done. Turn 6. I like using these, they're not normal D20s, they're the Magic the Gathering dice, like trackers, where you just have to rotate, and the next number's next to them. It's not a normal D20. A normal D20, the numbers are sort of opposite. Right, rolling for initiative. Well, it doesn't really matter. I can't do nothing on the fast, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, typical. I mean, I could activate the guys in the room. So I'm going to activate these 2 guys fast, because I want to see what that marker is. It might be something useful. And then everybody else is slow. Alright, so let's do this. Who do I want to do this? Let's move Tim in. So Tim can move 2 inches. So there. Right, so Tim's within 3 inches. So the marker is revealed. Let us see what it is. Alright, exploration marker. D100, we get 71 trap. Shit. Oh no. Oh no, it's a trap. Alright, the character springing the trap must succeed on a 10 plus or be struck, in which case consult the table below to determine the effects. Once sprung, a trap has no further effect. Oh crap, I need a 10 plus. No. I need a 10 plus. Nope. He gets hit by a trap. Poor Tim. What's going to happen to him? Right, percentage. The trap is a 21. Alarm trap. The trap sets off a loud noise, alerting enemies to your position. All enemies within 12 inches become aware. This has no effect on enemies placed within the area later in the same battle round. Okay. Hang on, let's do that first. I don't think there's going to be anything else. No, nothing else gets made aware. Okay, that's fine. But here's the bad thing. Take an 8 plus expertise test. No, you don't have. If it fails, place 2 enemy melee troopers at the center of the battlefield edge, opposite your entry point. They enter the battlefield aware. Shit, that means that they'll make everybody aware that they run near. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And they're going to be near those bitches. Oh, Tim, what did you do? Right, 8 plus. I've got to pass this. I need to pass this. Oops. 8 plus. Son of a bitch. Okay, so we get 2 enemy melee troopers, or they're all enemy melee. So I've got 2 more bots at the centre of the battlefield edge opposite your entry point. So that would be over here. Are they within 2 inches? Oh dear, not yet, but they will be. We're just outside of 2 inches. Okay, so next turn, when they move. Oh, not good. Okay, this is not good. Tim, what did you do? Son, call me idiot. Right, we are in trouble now. We sprung a trap. It's a trap! So that's not there anymore, but I'll keep it there. I'll keep it to one side because this is going to be the location where they're patrolling. Shit, that's not good at all. Right, the rats are going to attack. They've got a snout, so they can run 10 inches. They're going to, I mean, they're rats. I mean, in terms of staying in cover, what can they do? 10 inches brings it to about there. Yep. Or would that one go? No, we're going wrong. Okay. Right, so now we're going to move these guys. They're going towards 1. I'm taking them this way because the doorway is slightly to this side, so rather than going that way, that's a longer route. This is the shorter route. Not just to avoid sort of melee sounds or anything like that. I'm not trying to cheat. These guys are next. They will move. Okay, they may not. They may still be unaware. I doubt it because these buggers are going to be running at 10, aren't they? Shit. Oh, they're going to be running at 10. So yeah. Damn it. Okay, so now we've got a group of 5 who are aware. Shit. That's not good. They join together in one group and they're not aware anymore. Sorry, they're not unaware anymore. Damn. I'm in trouble now. Shit. Oh crap. These guys I don't have to worry about for a little while. That includes the sergeant. Those guys I have to worry about. There's 5 of them, but they're going to come straight for me. Oh shit. Okay. Right, slow phase. We've got 2 archers. I'm going to try and shoot at these guys. So they're within 6 in the open, so 3+ to hit, no modifiers. So we'll do Holland first. Selmy. Selmy. She's out of ammo now. Stupid fucking rule. I don't think that's a good rule. The rule about limited ammo. I think it's been designed specifically to fuck me around. Thanks, Ivan. Right, Odo, same thing, 3+ to hit. He hits. No armor, no modifiers, so toughness roll. We get a 4, which is above their toughness, so we kill 1. Okay, now for the melee. They can't reach the other guy, shit. They can only kill 1 guy. The other guy's out of range. Now I could try to use spells. But if I cast a spell, and I think on a 6, I've got to add another enemy. I don't think I'll bother with spells. Okay, what we'll do is we'll move Bertio up to there. He can't actually get into contact. Abel can. And now he gets the +1 combat bonus, but so do the rats. Shit. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. So, bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, Ken hasn't gone. Shit, I forgot to do Ken. I'm going to stick together. So Ken going through a door goes to there. I forgot all about Ken. Right, doesn't really make much difference though. Right, combat. So we've got melee combat here. No bonuses. Should I use a spell? Not yet. Not yet. Right, so first exchange, I have a combat of 0, rats have a combat of 0. We both have a +1 modifier for having an ally. Shit. Oh no. The rat now becomes the attacker. Shit. Both getting a +1. Okay. I succeed. So now I become the attacker. I don't have counter-attack or anything, unfortunately. I've got a bastard sword, which gives me +1 on toughness rolls. Okay, third exchange, I'm the attacker, +1. Son of a bitch. Nothing happens. So I think at the end, everybody just defender retreats. I'm the defender. So nothing freaking happens against that bloody rat. And I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. So that is the slow phase done. We are now at the next turn. Oh, hang on here. Morale. We had one guy die. So I'm going to roll on a 1 or 2. One of the rats runs away. Typical. You don't give me. Alright. So we kill one rat. Nothing else happens. Wow.